What is going on, entertainment? So time coming out with another video, you guys. So we talking Baddies Midwest, the last part of the reunion. Let me tell y'all something. This last part disappointed me because there was so much cut out. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I want to know who's on Zeus editing team, because why did y'all leave some things out that should have been left in? Like, they literally left in like a bunch of like random stuff that had nothing to do with even a conversation, and us not even getting an answer. Like, there was even a part which I'm going to talk about, like Jasmine. They talked like a good amount to Jasmine about the chain situation, about her being called boring, about her in Summer. Like, there was so much that they cut out. I don't think y'all understand. I might do a video where I talk about like the comparisons of what was left out and what they showed. I am gonna do some of it here in this video, but it was just frustrating to watch because it's like I heard from the audio more than what I saw. So especially with this last part, the first two part they left most of everything in there. I'm not gonna lie, but this last part, the audio was 4 hours, almost 5. There's 3 parts to the reunion, so y'all do the math. No shade. I'm telling y'all, there's 3 parts, about 45 to 50 minutes of the reunion, and the audio is about 5 hours, damn near 5 hours. So they cut out at least like an hour and some change of footage. But that's just, that's how Zeus decides to do stuff. So the episode opens off where we see Ivory sneaking Dolly. Now, when she snuck Dolly, now go like Ivory did win. I don't know why she felt the need to sneak her, because I think Ivory would end up tearing Dolly anytime that they end up squabbling. That's why I feel like Dolly don't really be wanting to fight Ivory like that, because she knows that Ivory's like a heavy hitter. I think Ivory was the one who really swole up freaking Dolly's face, because her face was fine up until she fought Miss Big Ivory. That's what you see, her face swole up like the balloon. Okay, that damn Dolly was looking like Raven when she ate. I think it was like a mushroom or something like that. When she ate something that she was allergic to, and her face was blown up like a balloon. That's how Dolly looked like at the end of the reunion. It was really a damn shame. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Damn, Dolly." But I don't think Tasiki caused it though. I'm just saying. So next thing you know, Summer tries to jump in, and Jaden was riding for Ivory. I remember getting told the spoilers and stuff, and Jaden jumping in, and I was like confused as to why she was keep on jumping in. But now watching it, it makes a lot more sense, because she was only jumping in because people were jumping in too. So her jumping into me was justified, because she was really watching out for her good sis Ivory's back. Okay. Next thing you know, Big Lex and Ivory sort of walk up to each other. It was given like, y'all know how y'all have dogs, the people that got dogs. Y'all know when you bring your dog to the dog park, and then your dog is like a heavy hitter, like he's like a pit bull, and he be roughing up the little dogs, and then you got another owner who got like a pit bull or like a Rottweiler, and they walk up to each other like, hey, not too much. Like, you don't run this. And then the other dog, like, you don't run this either. Then we just go call it a truce then. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. I bet. It was giving a little bit of that. Okay? Two pit bull ass bitches just walking up to each other and calling it a truce. But I will say, I feel like Ivory doesn't want that with Big Lex. I don't think she wants that with Lex. I think Ivory knows that, like, she's not ever gonna tear Lex. Say what you want. I just feel like Ivory's never gonna tear Lex. Like, she's never gonna like beat her up. And I think Ivory knows that. So I think her best bet would be cool with her, and that's why I feel like they made up, because one, they don't really have beef. If we're gonna be honest, like, Lex don't really f with Ivory because she be messing with Dolly and Summer and stuff like that. That's besides the point. Y'all don't really have beef. When you really break down the beefs, y'all don't have like a beef. So it's good that they're cool, and I'm happy that they're cool, to be honest, because now y'all could go double date with y'all stud. Like, I want to see y'all go on a double date with Danye, okay? And then I want to see you go on a double date with your girlfriend, Big Lex. Like, that would be really cool, okay? Baddies double date. Next thing you know, we see Lex, and also too Scotty. Let's talk about you. What Janisha said, Scotland. Let's talk about you, Scotland. Scotland, why are you walking up to Lex like that? That's my whole thing. Scotty walked up to Lex when she was for to do something, knowing damn well she PC. You got the security literally like surrounding her like she was a damn like a treasure jewel. And I'm like, Scotty, you walking up to Lex knowing damn well you're not trying to get it like that is crazy. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. What New York said, sit your ass down and be quiet. Like, that really tripped me out because, like, you know, you wasn't really about to do nothing. Like, leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone. Like, seriously. Next thing you know, Lex ends up calling out Jayla, and you know, she basically wants smoke and she wants to get it in with her or whatever, right? And I kind of was wondering, I'm like, why are y'all fighting again? Why are y'all even fighting to begin with? But I guess it's because, you know, they fighting over like social media beef and the stuff that you know, Jayla was saying on social media, Lex was saying on social media. I just hope it's not over Summer again because like at the end of the day, Summer don't need nobody to fight her battles like that. If we're gonna keep it about like Summer gonna fight regardless. So it's not like she's a scary person that she needs somebody to protect her like a Biggie or something like that. So Lex and Jayla go for one round. Lex won. It's the way, you know what's so funny how I found Lex fight? When she fight, she be saying bitch, 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 bitch. She sound like a squeaky toy. Every 2 seconds, you bitch, 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 bitch. I'm like, if you don't stop, every few seconds you hear the bitch coming out of her. Bitch, 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 bitch. She every time she punching. Okay, that's how you know she fighting. They go for a second round. Lex done tackle Jayla down. She broop. She tackles her down, right? And then, you know, same thing, bitch, bitch, bitch. Then you hear Jayla take a munch. She takes a crunch. What that girl from Drag Race said, much, much, crunch, crunch. Silky Ganache has eaten the lunch. That girl bit damn legs. Okay? It was given when the girls was fighting on the academy. Lucky was fighting, I forget who. Oh yeah, she was fighting Hood Baby, and she said, "Bitch, you bite me, I'm gonna bite you back." Because that Lex went and she bit Jayla back. What Jayla did was hypocritical. Say what you want, that was very hypocritical. You had all this stuff to say about freaking Gretch, about how she ruined your life. She left a permanent scar. She did this, she did that, but you bit her. And my whole thing is like, Lex, she won the fight with Jayla, but like, it's not like she was like, you feel me, knocking the Mario coins out of your head. Like, she tackled you down and she beat you. Like, she won the fight. Don't get me wrong. But like, she wasn't like knocking literally the Mario coins out of your head to the point where like you had no choice but to bite the bitch. She wasn't. I'm sorry. Maybe the first round, but that second round, the most she did was that tackle. So like the bite was really low key like unnecessary. And y'all could probably say, you know, there's no rules in fighting, but like this is the same girl who said biting is disgusting. Whoever does that, you're disgusting. You're a disgusting person, all that. So it's like you can't go on a speech and say that about people when it was done to you, and then you turn around and do it to somebody else. It's one thing for her to bite Gretch. That I agree with. Because to me, Jayla gave Gretch too much mercy because I would have bit the bitch back. I'm sorry. You're getting bit back. You get what I'm saying? I'm taking a piece of your flesh because you took a piece of my flesh. Flesh for flesh. You know what I'm saying? But for you to bite somebody else back, then it's kind of like, you know, you can't really be mad at getting bit now. Jayla's nose started to bleeding because Lex took a bite out of her nostrils. Okay? She gave her a free nose job. Jayla walked backstage. She put her praying hands over it and cleared it backstage. You know what I'll say? Anna is a real friend. I'm sorry. Like, I may not like her all of the time, but that is a definition of a true friend. She checked on, not only she checked on Jayla, she made sure the cameras did not get Jayla nose looking buttoned up and made sure to kind of push the cameras out. Although as a viewer, that's very irritating because I kind of wanted to see what her nose looked like in the shade. I wanted to see how strong Lex teeth is because the way that she be screaming with them shark teeth, I think she did some damage on Jayla, and I think that's why she didn't come back for final thoughts. I feel like Anna is a true friend. Like that's somebody you really want to have in your corner because she gonna make sure you straight. Cause I didn't even see Natalie go back there, but that's supposed to be your homegirl. I'm just saying, like Jayla, you really got to start reevaluating your friendships. Like Some of these girls are not your friends. They are just not your friends. Because Natalie should have been back there first. I did not see her go back there. Child, Lex walking around mad, okay? You would have thought that she did not make the 3-pointer round that she needed to make in the game of basketball. She was so livid, okay? She did not get the dunk. She was a bad. She's like, I need that. I need that. I need that. No, you need a Neosporin. You needed alcohol wipes. You needed disinfectant. You needed a Band-Aid. You needed some gauze. You needed Ashley. You get what I'm saying? Like, you did not need that. You already got that. And not gonna lie, she bit that. So you didn't need that, Lex. I'm just saying. That's who you needed, Ashley. Now, as she's walking mad or whatever, we see Summer and Jazz go at it. The way they fight to me is so funny because like Jasmine's like flailing her arms around, not flailing her arms on. Summer's flailing her arms on, in my opinion, trying to punch, and Jasmine's trying to control her to get some hits in. As they're fighting, Miss Ivory hits Summer with the okie doke. She's a sweeper swiper. She swipes her feet. When I tell y'all, I screamed when I seen this because for y'all that don't watch Not as TV, this is like the fourth or third time some Ivory has done this. Ivory has done this on multiple cases. She's done this on Greek Life. She's done this on Young and Reckless, and I think she did this on South Central Baddies. I know for sure she did it on Young and Reckless. So the way that she swiped her feet and then Summer got up so quick, I gotta give props to the bitch Summer because she not only she got swiped, she got right back up. A lot of people will be able to do that. Like somebody swiping your feet and you getting punched. Like freaking Jasmine could have just started scooping her because she was on the floor for a hot second. She could have just started scooping her real quick and she would have had no chance. But that Summer got right back up. It was giving like it looked like she fell off of a treadmill. You know when you like a treadmill going too fast and you trying to end the session and then you end up falling off the treadmill. It was looking like that. I'm not gonna lie, but it was funny nonetheless. Shout out to Ivory for giving us a funny moment like that. Like even it was bad when the girls started falling out laughing. Like Natalie was literally cackling to the moon. Rolley cackling to the moon. They're falling out laughing because of the way that Ivory tripped Summer like that. Like, and I appreciate that because Ivory could have jumped in there and socked Summer, but I think it's because Ivory knows that she could beat up Summer, so that's why she tripped her with that little feet swipe because that was like her lick back sort of. Next thing though, Dolly come out there. She started getting the tussling with Pretty Pe. Let me tell y'all, they cut out a part of it, not a part of the fight, but the aftermath of it. Pretty Pe's nose was bleeding. I hear this vividly because you could hear after they fight, they're like, "Oh my God, Pretty Pe, her nose is bleeding," and they're like, "Oh my God." You hear Janisha on stage talking about, "Oh, get some towels, get some towels. Pretty Pe gonna clean out your nose." I don't know why they cut that out. It just didn't make sense to me, the editing this episode. Like, I don't get why some of it was left out and the stuff that they put in, they left in. It boggles my mind. It really does. Cause I'm like, whose idea was it to leave this in but put this out? I don't get it. But to me, Dolly did win that fight. And the nose really shows for it. And that's why Santana was saying that she was gassing Dolly like that, because it's like what they showed was a lot like more, edited and demure than what actually happened. Okay. And then next thing you know, Janisha starts giving, what's funny? It's Pretty Pe. When she starts getting into her crying voice, she's like, "Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm for sure that bitch. And I'm gonna fight that bitch. And I'm gonna get that bitch. Yeah, Santana, you got somebody to get that bitch. That's on my mama. I'm gonna fight her there. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get that bitch." When Pretty Pe starts crying, starts talking in her little crying voice, I laugh every time because she gets so frustrated. She starts getting old lady tears when she gets like mad. So I'm gonna shoot that bitch. I'm gonna shoot that bitch. She starts talking like that. Like, I cackle every time she starts talking like that. It's so funny to me. So Janisha starts giving Jasmine her flowers. So this is the part where they cut off some stuff. Like when she gave Jasmine her flowers, she was like, "Oh, I think like this." Was Janisha said verbatim. Okay, she was just like, I think you are a body. You're the essence of a body. Y'all can watch my audio video. I literally said everything verbatim for to say here. She was like, "You're the essence of a body. I think you did do your big one, but I think the thing is people feel like the reason why they think that they're boring." And Saucy jumped in, was like, he did think she was a baddie, but it's TV at the end of the day. You gotta have to kind of gag the girls and like do little stunts and shows and stuff to be like an entertaining person. And then they started talking about the chain, and Jasmine thanked Scotty for giving her the chain, and she felt like, Scotty wasn't a hater because of that, and she wasn't mad that other people got like a chain or whatever, and she felt like she didn't have to come to the show to make a fool of herself to get a chain, basically. So they cut out that whole part out because basically Scotty, not Scotty, but Santana basically did not check Jasmine, but tell her like, that's why the audience felt it was calling you boring. Summer and them calling you boring because it's like, although you were, yourself, you still were kind of in the background. So they cut out that whole part, but they left in where Pretty Pe got up and looked like she was gonna fight backstage, but she never fought backstage. Like, I don't get it. It just that didn't make any sense to me. And they talked about the whole chain situation with Lex getting mad that she didn't get the chain around the time that Jasmine got it. They talked about that whole situation, but they cut that out. They bring out Nunu eventually, which by the way, Nunu looked really, really, really good. She comes out in a red dress. Really, she had no fades, to be honest. And then they end up bringing out Yoshi and Emma. All right, let me tell y'all something. That damn Janisha is a messy, messy girl. She did her job at this reunion. Okay, the first minute that Emma sits down, she's like, "Wait, Emma, I thought you wait. You and Scotland are cool. I thought you was popping it online about Scotland." Now, Janisha, now you know that is Scotty's government name, but she does not refer or go by that government name. She goes by Scotty with the body. This is her whole name. You know how somebody has a surname? That's Scotty's whole name. So you have to refer to her by her whole name, which is Scotty with the body, not Scotland. So for Janisha to say that, it was nothing but jokes to me. Janisha wants over girl because she's shady in a smart way. Like, you have to catch it. Like, it's not the type of shade that's so easy to be able to get. It's gonna hit you like a couple days later. Now, I will say, I don't think Emma had to fight Scotty. We already done seen them fight already, and it's really over dumb stuff because at the end of the day, Scotty's not going anywhere. Her P is why she is there. They did also cut out the part where Emma literally says, "We all know why Scotty comes back. Come on, we all know why she comes back." Rolley was like, "I hate when people say that. It doesn't matter." You know how she hates when people lie? She said she hates when people do that. She started yelling at Emma. They cut out that whole portion. They only left a little bit in there when she said, you didn't give her a chance, so on and so forth. But Santana trying to make them fight is pointless. You too, Janisha, with your messy ass. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, Emma was right. A lot of these OGs are super comfortable. So I was glad that she spoke up and said something because she felt, Janisha was like, a lot of the new girls have put a lot more work in, and she feels like, the OG girls are like comfortable. The Yoshi part, they also cut out a portion of that. Janisha asked Yoshi, she was just like, "Wait, I think I saw you popping it online a little bit," or something like that. Because I guess Yoshi was talking on TikTok. They cut out that whole portion. They just asked her one little question talking about, does she feel like she could have did better? And she was like, yeah, she feel like she could have. But who really cares? Because it's not like Yoshi, made that big of an impact. What did shock me though, also listen to the audio, was how nice Nunu was to like Anna and everything like that. Like, I guess they probably had a conversation before the reunion that they didn't want to fight. Anna was looking like a sad puppy dog. Like, I was surprised they didn't make her go for a walk. She already had the chain around her neck. All you needed was the collar. Like, all you had to do was walk Anna so she could feel better. Okay. Next thing you know, they bring back Tasiki and Biggie. Why? I don't know. We could have just left them off for the rest of the reunion. No shade. We didn't really need them. So we get into this whole Biggie situation, and Janisha's just like, okay, so Biggie, I heard that Anna pushed you because she feel like you did not have her back. So what do you think about Anna feeling that way? So Biggie immediately gets up. Biggie was giving, somebody said in my after show that Biggie was giving masculine energy. You guys are funny as hell, y'all. I'm telling you, she was giving a little masculine energy. I'm not gonna lie. Like Biggie could have strapped somebody down that night. So Biggie's like, no. Like at the end of the day, I'm not really a fighter. So like me and Anna not finna talk about this on the stage, okay? Me and Shorty not gonna talk about this because we better than that. You feel me? The definition of a psychopath is a bitch who look like Rolley without a wig. Let me stop. No, that would have been funny if she said that though. Because, Rolley be looking like Michael Myers. But no, she's like, a definition of a psychopath is somebody who does the same thing and expects different results. So I guess trying to compare the fact that Anna is low-key being a psychopath, expecting Biggie to fight for her when she's not a fighter. Here's the thing. Anna says she doesn't want Biggie to fight for her, but break up the fights. That's a lie. You want her to fight for you, and that's okay. You want her to at least be on your side, be in the midst of the drama, and have your back, because you feel like that's true loyalty. And that's why I say Anna, she really is a good friend, because she's that type of person who's like, she gonna get in the midst of her friend crap to defend her friend just because that's her friend. That's somebody you really want to keep around. Now, she may be messy and she talk a lot of ish, but she's not somebody that's going to easily switch up on you. And that's what I like about her. So next thing you know, they started letting the audience sort of give their opinion and stuff. And this one girl basically calls out Biggie for a fade. Biggie did not want to fight the girl. Here's the thing. I feel like she did not have to fight that audience member, because you would essentially be giving that audience member clout and she might get a next spot on the next season of Baddies. But I will say though that Zeus, y'all dead ass wrong for even allow her to even be able to fight her, because here's the real tea. Basically, Biggie threw something at her at the last reunion. That girl could have sued. So they invited her back basically to get her laid back so they could avoid any legal issues. Because let's say if that thing had hurt that audience member, they do not sign the same contract that the talent as Zeus does. So she could have really damn sued Zeus, which girl I would have let something had hit me, girl, bitch. I would have had everything known to man. Huh. I would have had broken limbs, okay, a fever, everything you could tell. Like I would have had emotional distress, but I guess so. They really brought her back to to get her leg back, because she really could have sued. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they were even allowing it, because she would be defending herself, I guess. But I still feel like it was that's wrong, because like I don't think it was right. Next thing you know, Santana's like, oh, anybody has anything to like say to Biggie and stuff like that. Like that in my opinion was a little bit corny. Like I low-key have stopped being a fan of Biggie, because I just feel like she does a lot of stuff that I just cannot defend. But for you guys to sort of push the audience to like come at her is kind of crazy, because the girls do it enough. If we're gonna give it a buck, you will be. We don't need the audience coming at Biggie, because the girls, the baddies do it enough. So y'all, they finally bring the rest of the girls back. We see Summer come back. Most of the girls come back. They all sit down and they start talking about the whole Scotty versus Summer situation. I'm so sick of hearing about it. My whole thing is, Summer has a point, because you guys cannot bring up certain situations that we as the audience are even confused about, because y'all be talking about stuff behind the scenes and then not expect anybody to give their commentary on it. And y'all talking about it in the midst of the girls. If y'all don't want to discuss on camera or whatever, don't bring it up on camera and expect the girls not to have an opinion about it. Now, I will say Summer is nosy as fuck though, and will insert her opinion and what she has to say for storyline purposes and for clout. Not because she cares about Natalie and she's such a good boss and all that. Like, it has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that Summer wants the clout. That's it, and that's all. Okay? So Ivory starts try to check Lex, talking about, oh, you told me to apologize to you, but I wasn't gonna apologize to you, because at the end of the day, I don't apologize to no bitch. I gave you 2 rounds. Listen, let me tell y'all something. She wanted to Lex wanted to say something back so bad, like you ain't with me though. But I think she was just so tired of fighting, and she had all them cat scratches around her because of Jayla turned into a feline cat that she didn't want to squabble no more. So she just let Ivory have that. Because let's be honest, Ivory, you're not tearing Lex. So then we finally bring out Slim. Slim, by the way, black hair, you need to keep it at all times. She looked beautiful regardless of her literally in tears crying. She looked absolutely beautiful. I love when she has black hair. I think it really like brings out the way that she looks. So that's something I feel like Slim really needs to keep is that damn black hair. So she comes out at one point, her and Rolley just start going at it. Y'all, this part of that reunion was at least like 30 minutes. So they cut it down for the few minutes that they did, which I was very happy that they did. And I'm still on, I feel like, Slim side because I feel like at one point, even though, okay, here's the thing. It's hard to be on just one of their sides, but I'm more so leaning towards Slim. And it's only because Rolley, I feel like, has a hard time taking accountability for stuff because you did kind of bring her into the situation. Like, Gretch saying nigga and Slim have nothing to do with each other. I'm sorry. Gretch is, Slim's dad is black. Regardless of what she told you, she black. He's black. You can look at his picture and see the naps. Like, let's be real here. You see the nigga naps. Like, let's come on. Let's stop the pussyfooting and talk around the situation. You saying a lot of what you saying now because y'all have fallen out. That girl dad is black. The nigga had a boosie fade for God's sakes. Like, come on now. What mixed nigga got a boosie fade? Like, let's really stop the cap here. So at the end of the day, Slim is black. So there's that. So you bringing her into the conversation with the whole Gretch thing had nothing to do with anything. And you still being cool and kakakiki with Gretch to me is very questionable, but that's a whole nother topic. But I just take more so Slim side in this because I feel like you needed to take accountability and own the fact that you did not have to bring her up in it. But she was wrong about saying what she did to your son, but that was only a rebuttal of what you said about her dad and also talking about the dad, you wish you not wish, but he probably sleep with maggots, stuff like that. They cut that part out too when Santana brought that up and went to the audience who was just like, oh, they said your dad was sleep that you said Rolley that Slim dad probably sleep with maggots. And then the audience was like, what? And then Santana was like, oh, don't act like that. Y'all just told me that. Like, they cut out that part. So they didn't include that in there. And of course, they didn't include a lot of the assistant thing. Like, they talked a little bit about her coming back as an assistant and all that. And that's where, to me, I'll take Rolley's side because Slim, you did not have to stay there and be her assistant. You stayed there for the money. You came there multiple times on auditions because you wanted to be on the show for the money. Let's be real here. A lot of these girls do the show for the money and the clout. You wanted the money. So her playing sympathy for wanting to be an assistant to me is crazy because you said yes because you wanted to stay around so you could get paid more. Because had you just made that little appearance and had that fade with Rolley and they kicked you out, you wouldn't have probably have gotten the same pay that you got with you staying there being her assistant, quote unquote, and traveling with the girls. So that's one thing. Now, if y'all didn't watch the audio video, basically the part they cut out with Janisha and Rolley, Janisha was just like, I'm not gonna lie, Rolley, you and Slim are not even in the same weight class. Rolley's like, no, what? Janisha, don't do that to me. You know I've been fighting girls at all sizes since I came on Zeus. So they start going back and forth. And she's like, don't do that to me and stuff. So then, Janisha was like, well, I have the right to have my opinion. And Rolley said, well, I have the right to slap a bitch when I want to. Now, I don't know if this was a direct threat to Janisha or the fact that she's saying, I could slap any girl at any size if they palmed it. But, take it for how you will. But if I was Janisha, I feel a way about you telling me that. Okay? All that, of course, was cut out. Now, this is how you could tell it was cut off. Because y'all see the part where Janisha jumps into, now, Rolley, I don't think that you're a bully. She said that after Lemmy Pepper went on stage and calmed them down so that way she could sort of like clean up the situation. So there's that. And then they get to like final thoughts. The same old, thanks for bringing me back, all that dumb shit. The same old. All right. Let me know what y'all think down below about this part, you guys. Like I said, rewatch the audio video, especially that second part. if y'all wanted to hear what was left out. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below, and we're all babies.
No personal thing.